Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, January 22nd. The big headlines, the snow melt continues. Still got a little bit on the ground here in the Breckenridge area, but for the most part, we're down to less than an inch of snow and ice, really. That'll melt today as more showers will really be on the increase here throughout the day. And I think when all is said and done, a good 6 tenths to 9 tenths of an inch, locally up to about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half of rain could fall in some isolated areas. And then the cold air will come in for later tonight, and that'll change things over to some snow showers. And we could see anywhere from a trace to maybe an inch and a half, especially across the northern areas. Altogether, again, 6 to 9 tenths plus is what we expected. Goodbye snow, except for the snow belt area. Still probably quite a bit of snow there, and they'll add to that a little bit this week. Overall, again, yesterday we had a high of 38, a low of 33, so pretty mild out there. No snowfall, down to about a ½ inch of snow on the ground this morning in town. And so far for the year, 20.8 with no snowfall. We'll pick up just a little bit maybe over the next 24 to 36 hours. Across the area this morning, you can see temperatures in the mid-30s to up to 40 degrees in Lansing, and where they've picked up a little more precipitation, probably over a third of an inch by now, but you can see the rain is really beginning to push in as we see quite a bit of development. We'll show you that on the radar in just a moment. Again, this is what I'm forecasting, 6 tenths to 9 tenths when you consider really 12 stations right now. We got a plugged up station, looks like at Blissfield, so we're not going to count that with this storm here. So we're going to go with a 12 station average. Again, about 6 tenths to 9 tenths of an inch of rain. Right now we're at 1,300 says the average for the storm. You can see on the satellite some of the colder cloud tops developing thunderstorms across portions of Arkansas into Missouri and Illinois. And again, very heavy snow in the deformation zone. Our low pressure system is moving out of the Oklahoma up into Missouri. It's going to be spreading into southwest Wisconsin, into the northern portions of lower Michigan. On the cold side, again, some very heavy snows are going to fall. There are even some blizzard warnings, and we'll show you that in just a moment. As far as if you were not sure where the low is, you can clearly see that rather on the 2-meter wind field right this morning. So very tight circulations. This pretty intense storm. And again, the storm will move right up through portions of northern lower Michigan, maybe even across the thumb area as we get into tomorrow morning. On the radar, you can see a pretty expansive area of showers really developing across the area from around Grand Rapids to Lansing and over towards Flint, now lifting to the north. We got some pretty good convection coming up out of the south, and that could give us a couple of thunderstorms across the area later on this afternoon, especially across southeast lower Michigan, maybe over into the Tupperville area and eventually over to St. Thomas, maybe London. Again, southeast lower Michigan, you have the best chance of getting thunderstorms, and you can see some of that very heavy snowfall as you get back into Minnesota, up into northern Wisconsin. And again, they're going to get quite a bit of snow there. As far as the weather map this morning, you can see our low pressure system sitting back in the near the Missouri-Iowa border, and again, it's going to track across southeast Wisconsin and maybe make a cut to the left or to the right across central Michigan. And again, you can see where the area thunderstorms are. This is an area showing mixed precipitation, but that'll be for mainly tonight. This will all be rainfall today. Again, maybe even a couple thunder showers up in the mid-Michigan. Again, the best bet would be southeast lower Michigan. And then you get into a real mixy mess across northern lower Michigan into the eastern UP with very heavy snows expected a little bit farther back into the upper peninsula, into Minnesota and Wisconsin. Again, this would be a pretty significant storm for the northern Great Lakes. As far as the weather map for tomorrow goes, that low pressure system will move off to the east. Cold air will be funneling in, and that'll change our rain over to some snow showers and snow across the area. Again, trace amounts to maybe an inch and a half. The best part that will be north of I-96, especially once you get up into the Mount Pleasant, Clare area. Again, that'll be the best chance of seeing an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow. As far as precipitation, over the next 48 hours, you can see where that band's lifting up from Lansing. Looks like the heaviest band of precipitation is going to set up across mid-Michigan, up into northeast lower Michigan, and quite a bit as well in northwest lower Michigan. The least amount additional will be across far southeast lower Michigan. The dry slot, you can see that's what's coming up into that area. And again, we'll be north of that across much of mid-Michigan. We'll be in the pretty steady precipitation most all day today into this evening. As far as the next 16 days, we showed you this the other day. We can skip past that. As far as forecast goes today, you can see our high temperatures maybe in the mid 40s across the southern part of the state, 30s once you get further north, and we're going to drop down over the next 24 hours. Rain will change over to a little bit of snow again. No big deals expected. We'll cool down for a couple days, but then we'll warm back up as we head towards next weekend, maybe back into the mid 40s by the time we get into Friday. So overall, an up and down pattern, but definitely warmer than what we've been. As far as weather watch this morning, you can see winter weather advisories across northeast lower Michigan. Lots of fog across the eastern portions of Wisconsin, down towards the eastern end of Lake Erie, the western end of Lake Ontario. Winter storm warnings for much of the UP with a combination of sleet, freezing rain, and heavy snow, and some strong winds. And then darn right blizzard warnings as you travel farther back to the southwest, where they're getting heavy snow and some very strong winds with gusts up to 50 miles per hour, surrounded by an area of winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings down there as well. So a pretty active day out there today, lots of rainfall. Make sure you got your umbrella and stay dry. Thanks for stopping by and have yourself a great day, a great work week in 73s to all.